Honestly, I want to make something out of every single one of these colorways. This might be my favorite collection I have ever made. Hi friends, welcome or welcome back. I'm MC, a knit and crochet designer and yarn dyer from Connecticut, and you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Blame the Knots, on my website blametheknots.com, and of course right here on YouTube where you can get to know me a little bit better. Today we are here for episode 60. Oh my gosh, I feel like I should have planned something. Episode 60 of the podcast. Today is Wednesday, November something 12th, and we have a mixed bag of things to talk about today. If you are new here, we talk about knitting and crochet and spinning and sometimes weaving and sometimes drawing and sometimes jewelry and sometimes other crafts and a little bit of reading as well because I work in publishing. And yes, I know that sounds chaotic, but it is what I am and I love all of it and it brings me a lot of joy and I love sharing it with you. So if you have not already, please head down below and give this video a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more of these episodes. And let's jump right in and talk about what I'm wearing, which is the Scribble sweater. And this is a new design by me that is releasing today, the day that this video goes live. This is the Scribble sweater. It is made with either 2 strands of fingering weight yarn held together or a single strand of worsted weight yarn. I'm a little warm today. I just turned the heat off. I was running around doing a bunch of things and cooking right before I started filming this. Yes, I know. Anyone who knows me is gonna say, MC, cooking? Stop lying. I heated up leftovers in the stove, okay? I did it. I did it myself, and I was also cooking yarn at the same time. So there's just a lot of heat around me, and I'm very warm at the moment. This is a lovely sweater. Let's jump back to the topic. This is a marled sweater if you so choose, but it can also be a solid, and it has these really fun pops of color at the hems and right where the sleeves are picked up. It is a drop shoulder construction and I love it so much. And you can grab the pattern now on Ravelry. And if you're not already on the newsletter, make sure that you are. As soon as you sign up for my newsletter, the link will be down below, you will get an email with a newsletter code because all subscribers get 10% off of anything that I sell everywhere that I sell it. So patterns and yarn, 10% off all the time. Just use your code. Moving into our finished objects, we only have one thing today, and that is something that is gonna sound a little bit like deja vu because I finished a Scribble sweater. So this is yet another of the Scribble sweaters by me, a second sample. And I had about half a sleeve left the last time we spoke, so I didn't have much to do and I finished it up. By the way, I don't think I said earlier, for this sample I used 1 strand of the Periwinkle Sheep Purpose, which is their fingering weight yarn, in the colorway the Warm U, and one strand of my yarn on For Sure Fingering in the colorway Milk Mustache. And then some scraps for the goldy pops that I had lying around. For this one, I used 1 strand of Yarnable Life is Gouda on their fingering weight base, and then I used 1 strand of my For Sure Fingering in a one-of-a-kind kind of light tan beigey color, and I used a mini of Knuckle Sandwich, which is also one of my colorways, for all of the color pops. So both of these, I mean I followed the pattern exactly because, you know, I wrote it, and I made the size 3 in both of them. This one, the second sample, I made just the teeny tiniest, it's like maybe half an inch shorter than my first sample. And yeah, don't forget to go grab your pattern. I can't believe how little I've gotten done in the past 2 weeks. I don't understand. I don't understand what I have been doing instead of knitting or crocheting or spinning or whatever. I know the last time we spoke, my neck was really hurting and it is still not completely right. We're going on like a month now of my neck being a little bit out of whack, and there have been really, really bad days and there have been more good days than bad. But I'm still kind of at a point right now where it's like I'm so close to being better, but I know that I don't want to push myself, because if I do, then I'll backtrack. So I'm still trying to be really careful. I think that's why I've been avoiding a lot of spinning, but I don't know where my knitting time has gone and what I've been doing instead. I have been doing a lot of dyeing to prepare for a trunk show. So maybe that's where the trade-off has been, but I don't understand. Anyway, the point is, I do have a couple of whips to show you, but really not much going on here. And the first thing I want to show you is a little bit of a spoiler for something coming later in this episode. But if you follow me on Instagram, you might have already seen this yarn. And this is a new design that will be called the Stadium Crew. And it is on a new color, or made with a new color that I will be showing you a little bit later. It is a very, very fun design. I have, oh my gosh, let me see if I can show you. We have some, oh no, use your words, MC, use your words. Exposed seam details, and it is going to have a little bit of kind of a split collar look. And I am in love. I am using a marker on here from my friend Wendy of Warm Stripes. It is a beautiful little pumpkin, and I thought it's kind of like blacky gold, and I thought it looked so cute with this deep green. And I'm not going to move it. I'm not going to move it to mark where I was, because I'm only like 1.5 inches past it and it's marking a row that I want to count from. So I'm not going to move it. This is going swimmingly. I know I said that I didn't do a lot, and then I pulled out this, which is almost ready to be joined in the round at the underarms, but I literally worked on this for like 2 days. Maybe 3. So I don't understand what happened on all the other days, you know? But yes, I will say this is a lot of progress, but it happened very quickly. The next work in progress is something very large and something that used to be a finished object and is now a work in progress again, and that is my Moana blanket. Oh my gosh, where's the end? Okay, it starts down here. I'm gonna try not to lose any stitches because this cable is not long enough. So it starts down here. I used the Moana countdown last fall. It was a July countdown, but I made this in the fall from the Little Wolf Knits. And I just did garter stitch all 30 colors in a row, and it made a lovely lap blanket. But then I recently came into ownership of the Moana 2 countdown, which is another 30 colors. So what I did is basically I did an I-cord cast on. I was doing an I-cord edge along the whole blanket, and then I did an I-cord bind off. And I had actually run out of yarn when I was doing my I-cord bind off, and about half of the bind off was done in a random other scrap that I had. So I unpicked the bind off, which took me so long, let me tell you, so long. I was also not paying super attention to it because we were watching Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2. I was paying attention to that. So it took me a long time to unpick the bind off, but then I got it done and I just continued working from where I was and started adding in my new countdown. So it's hard to tell because there's actually like, the transitions are very subtle in this area, but this kind of pinky area is color 30 of the last one, the previous countdown. So I have done 1, 2, 3, 4, and I am in the middle, about halfway through color 5 right now. I am not trying to do one a day. I am just going and doing what makes me happy, and I'm hoping to finish it by the end of the year, but honestly at this rate I'm gonna finish it sooner than that. Honestly, you know what would be really great is if I could finish it before Thanksgiving, so I don't have to put it on hold while we're with family and stuff. That'd be really cool. I don't think it's gonna happen. Anyway, I'm loving this. It's just garter. I had to go back to one of my videos to look it up because luckily I wrote down the needle size that I was using, which is a US 8 5mm needle, but I didn't know how many stitches I had, and like, yeah, I could have just made sure I picked up all my stitches, but I just wanted that extra confidence that I had the right number of stitches, and I had 212 stitches. I don't know why I ended up with 212 stitches. It was a mistake and I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, and then I just decided to go with it. So I did an I-cord cast on of 212 stitches. Well, okay, I made an I-cord and picked up along the I-cord. I didn't do an actual I-cord cast on. Picked up, and I have been doing garter stitch with slipping the last 3 stitches of each row with yarn in front. And I have been working through each color until there is no more, and then I join the next color, and I don't care if the color changes happen in the middle of the row. That's just what I'm doing. I have been finding that I'm getting about roughly 10 rows out of each color. It's usually a little bit less because it kind of depends on where the color changes happen, but I'm loving it. It's so much fun. I have a bucket that is now just my blanket bucket. Oh my gosh, that I carry around with me because it's hard to like, I want to just be able to like plop it and pull it up, you know, and not have to like unfold everything. So, and it's just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger. So I am absolutely loving working on this. One other thing that I started working on is, again, a little bit of a spoiler of something that I will show you more of later, and that is a new spin. And this is actually some silk that I got at the Fiber Festival of New England. I truly cannot tell if that is focused or not. I am sorry. I'm fine, but coming a little bit off of a migraine. I feel a lot better, but my eyesight is a little bit, and because I'm not wearing my glasses, truly could not tell if that was in focus or not. So this, hang on, I need to resituate. What I started spinning is actually some silk, and this is not gonna look pretty, but this is what I am currently spinning. These are just, that was really attractive, MC. These are some silk sheets, silk lap that I picked up at the Fiber Festival of New England. I picked up this one, which has seen better days because I've been tearing it apart. It is a lighter blue. And then I picked up this one, which looks a lot nicer because it hasn't been destroyed yet. That is a deeper blue with some purpley tones in it. And I picked these up at the Fiber Festival of New England, and I was really excited to start spinning them because I have, oh gosh, I have some very precious silk that was sent to me from a friend from India, and I thought, oh my gosh, this would be really good to practice a little bit and kind of get used to what spinning silk feels like, because I've never spun with anything other than wool, really. I guess I think I did one braid that was a superwash merino nylon, and that's it. Oh my gosh, it's everywhere. And so I thought I want to do something that will help me learn about silk before spinning that, because I really want that to be special. I don't want that to be something that's really kind of like teaching me about silk. I mean, I know I'm gonna learn a lot because there are different preparations and stuff in there, but I just wanted to get my feet wet. And I'm very glad I did. I'm very glad I did. None of the preparations that I have that were gifted to me are like this. This silk, when it comes in sheets like this, it's kind of like, you're basically gonna get like an art yarn type thing out of this. There are neps and noils and you cannot get them out. They are just in there. It is very sticky, very strong, sticks to itself, sticks to everything, as you can see. And it is not like a carded or combed preparation like a lot of what I have is. So I think it's going to be a very different experience when I spin that, but I'm still glad that I did this because it's teaching me a lot. And I think if I had started spinning that stuff and got frustrated, I would have been heartbroken. And so now I can get all my frustrations out on this and then make a plan and have a really good time with that. Because let me tell you, I am not having fun. I'm really not having fun with this spin. I just want to get it over with. And I think I'll get better. I think I'll get better. But silk is very, very strong. It's hurting my hands. This is like, I have to pull so hard to separate the fibers to draft anything. Again, I don't think that's going to be the case with the other preparations that I have. I'm not worried about that. I still think I'm going to have a lot of fun with that. But I don't think I will spin from this preparation like ever again. I don't know. Maybe I was just also like, when I was spinning it, I was already sad because I wanted to spin, but my neck was hurting and I knew I shouldn't and whatever. Anyway, I'm not very far along. It also spins so thin, like thread weight. And so I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I don't know what the deal is gonna be, but we will figure it out and I will get myself in a better mood about it and I will keep going. I don't know if we're gonna see this one for a little bit. I do know I want to finish this bobbin, but I think I have some other spins that I've started that I think I would rather focus on finishing first. So we'll see. We will see. I do have one other work in progress that is hiding behind you and I cannot show you yet because it is a gift and I just want to make sure that it stays a secret until it has been gifted. So I will show you next time. It is almost done, should be done within the next couple of days. And I will show you on the next podcast. And other than that, I do have some other things that I have that are technically not done, but I have not touched a single one of them. I have 2 other spins that I am in the middle of that I haven't touched. I have a sweatshirt and a pair of socks that I'm in the middle of that I have not touched in 2 weeks. So we will not be talking about those right now. Okay, This is something that I have been excited about for a while, and I have been so excited to show you, and I finally have everything here and ready. So let me please introduce to you this year's HANKSGIVING collection. It is now already in the shop. It has been inspired by the movie Big, and it is in the shop and ready for you right now. Again, make sure you're on the newsletter, go get that coupon code, and then go shopping. I'm going to show you all of the colorways now, and every single one of these that I will be showing you, did I just give you a little glimpse? Every single colorway I'm going to show you is on For Sure Fingering, and we are rapidly losing light right now because I had to film a little bit later in the day today. Oh, it's like creeping in on me, the sun. That was not there when I started. So please go check out the website. Go check out my Instagram. There are more color accurate photos there. But firstly, we have Shimmy Shimmy Rock. And this is just not gonna focus. Wow. Okay, hang on. There we go. This is Shimmy Shimmy Rock. This is inspired by the two best friends in Big, Josh and his best bud, who is there with him through thick and thin. This is a highly variegated colorway. I think now I'm gonna be out of focus. There we go. And it is so moody fall, inspired by both of their jackets and fall time and all of the things. If you want to go see also the inspiration photos are on Instagram as well. So this is Shimmy Shimmy Rock, which is from their song that they sing together. And you know, let me do this. Hang on. I'm running out of space to put things around me, so. Okay, next up we have a beautiful vibrant tonal with some very subtle speckles, and this is Zoltar Speaks. There it is. I figured out a focus thing on my camera, and I don't know how I feel about it, but we'll see. We will see. This is Zoltar Speaks. This is a beautiful red. Then we have Josh's wish that he makes when he is playing with the Zoltar machine. And this is I Wish I Were Big. And I freaking love this one. This is like the perfect, okay, I don't like this new focus thing. I don't like it. I don't like it. This is like the most perfect Giants blue. If you are a Giants fan, if you are a Buffalo Bills fan, if you are a, I don't know. That's not focusing. There we go. Oh my gosh, I had to rearrange a little bit to get you a good version of this color. The sun is killing me today. So this is I Wish I Were Big. And then I absolutely loved, if you have seen this movie, I loved their bathroom. It is so perfectly obnoxious. And this is inspired by their bathroom, and this is Your Wish is Granted. And there it is. Okay, I apologize. We're gonna, I'm gonna turn this new feature off of my camera for next time, but we're just gonna work through it for today. Next up, we have Josh goes off to work to be a grown-up for a little bit and ends up in one of the most classic scenes in cinema, I think, and that is at FAO Schwartz on the giant keyboard. So this is Heart and Soul. And I love it. I love it so much. There we go. Okay. That one was easier. We're almost through. Next, Josh gets his apartment. Clearly, I'm going through this in the order that the things happen in the movie because that's just the way that I like to do it. When Josh gets his new apartment, I love it because, I mean, he has like bunk beds, he's got a trampoline, he has a basketball hoop, and like inflatable dinosaur thing, I don't know, all kinds of stuff. He has his own like Pepsi vending machine. And this is inspired by one of the outfits he's wearing during that scene. This is Working for a Living. And there we go. Next we have a couple more tonals. And next up, there is a scene where Josh and Susan are in a limo and Josh yells, "Eject your seat!" and pops up through the sunroof. I mean, come on, who hasn't wanted to drive around New York City sticking their head out of the sunroof of a limo, right? So this is inspired by the perfectly plush, amazing 80s maroon, like I am imagining it to be velvet interior of that limo. This is Ejector Seat. I love it so much. It's so good. It's so perfectly, beautifully deep. If you are familiar with my past colorways and you are wondering how this is different from Be a Pepper, Be a Pepper is a bit lighter in value, I guess. Tone. I always mix up the words. It is a bit lighter. It is not as saturated. There we go. It is not as saturated. Wow. And it is more brown, a more brown based maroony color. This is more red. And it's so good. Then a hilarious scene ensues in which Josh asks, Susan is kind of dropping hints at staying the night with Josh, and he says, "You mean sleepover?" And she says, "Well, yeah." And he says, "Okay, but I get to be on top." And he means on the top bunk. So this is I Get to Be on Top. This is inspired by the Jets jersey that Susan wears to sleep in that night. And it's just the most perfect Jets green. Is it focusing? Is it not focusing? What is happening? I think I broke my camera. These settings are going to be changed immediately. Is it this? Yeah. Oh my God. I think I need to like, it's more this robot than me that it likes to focus on. This is painful. This is painful. I'm sorry. We only have 2 more. The next color is towards the end of the movie, things are getting a little sad. Josh is missing his family. He finds a new Zoltar machine and is able to make a wish again. And this is I Want to Go Home. I love it. Okay, seriously, submit name ideas for this little robot lamp so that we can blame him whenever my focus gets all wiggity whack. Because I feel like I need a name to yell. Anyway, in our final moments of big, we get the very classic Tom Hanks wave that everyone makes GIFs out of and memes and all the things. It is Tom Hanks in his suit in this beautiful, beautiful New York fall scene, and he is saying goodbye to Susan. And this quote is from earlier in the movie, but I just thought it was really fitting. This is He's a Grown-Up. I am in love with it. It's so good. It is the most beautiful fall variegated with very slight speckles, and thank you for putting up with me and my focus issues. I am so sorry. Oops, I'm dropping yarn. I will turn off that setting and have things fixed for next time. But this is our beautiful big collection. And I'm so proud and I love it so much. And honestly, I want to make something out of every single one of these colorways. This might be my favorite collection I have ever made. And like, I don't say that from a, like, I make colors that I don't like, because that's not true. But there are some times where, like, you know, I wear a lot of blues, but I can't just make blues. You know, I have to make colors that I might not wear or might not look the best on me. And I still love them, but they just might not be colors that fit well in my wardrobe or that suit me very well. This collection, I think I need to make something out of every single one of these colorways. I love them so much. And now I can finally tell you that my stadium crew is made with I Get to Be on Top. And it's so good. It's working up so amazingly. I love it. This is showing up a tiny bit light on camera because our lighting is a mess today. But that is the first project that I have chosen to work on from this collection. I think I desperately need to make something with He's a Grown-Up. Desperately. And I have a plan for I Wish I Were Big already. And let's see. I really want to make something out of Shimmy Shimmy Rock. I have an idea, but I'm not committed to it yet. I want to make something out of all of them, but those are my, like, must do immediately projects. Like I said, the big collection is in the shop now. Everything at the moment is listed as dyed to order because I am preparing for a trunk show in the middle of December, and therefore basically everything that I'm dyeing I'm setting aside as stock for the trunk show. However, I have a lot dyed up. I just don't have it listed on the website because I'm trying to keep track of stock for the trunk show. So even though all of the listings are currently only dyed to order, if you place an order, there is a very, very high chance that I already have it in stock and can get it shipped out to you within a day or two. So, I mean, that's, you know, as of right now. If you're watching this video in, you know, a month or so, that's not going to be the case. But if you're watching this before Thanksgiving, the chances of me being able to get you your yarn within a day or two, or get it in the mail within a day or two, are very, very high. So those dyed to order orders are going to get to you as quickly as I possibly can get them to you. And that is all we have to talk about for the shop. I feel like I've been talking forever, even though, like, actually it hasn't been as long as it feels. But I do want to get this moving along. So we're going to talk about life pretty quickly. The only thing that is really of note that I want to talk to you about is that I went to the Fiber Festival of New England with Joe, and we met up with our friend Wendy, who I mentioned earlier, of Warm Stripes, and got to meet her husband. So that was really fun. We met up, we went to Fiber Festival of New England, we got some lunch, which was delicious, and then we went to, oh no. I think that's the third time that my stop working alarm has gone off while I'm filming. I need to stop filming so late in the day. I'm gonna try and change this next time. After lunch, we went to Eastworks, which is in East Hampton, Massachusetts. They had an open studios event, and we went last year, Joe and I, and it was so much fun. And I had to go again this year. So anyway, let's start at the top of the day. Fiber Festival of New England was fantastic. I know it might be shocking, but I left without taking a fleece home with me. I know. The only thing I really bought there was this silk that I showed you earlier. I got that from a shop called Yarn and Fiber, which I believe is a yarn store in New Hampshire that had a booth at the Fiber Festival. And that is it, right? Yeah. That's it. That's all that I got there. But it was great. We walked around. We had a great time. We got inspired. We chatted. We hung out. It was fantastic. Then we went to the open studios and I got a couple of things. One thing that I got is from a tiny ceramic artist that I got some earrings from last year. And their name, I believe, is Shamara Elizabeth. I don't think I have their card with me because I took them last time. Anyway, they do teeny tiny ceramics. So they do a lot of earrings and jewelry and stuff like that, but they also throw pottery on a tiny wheel. I don't know if it's actually this big, but that's how big it is in my head because it's so small. And I know I got a pair of earrings, but I have left them wrapped up in this since I got home from the Fire Festival because I didn't want to forget to show my stuff. I put everything in a pile and I don't remember what my earrings look like. So let's discover together. Let's see. Oh yeah! Ooh! Oh, I could wear them today. They would match. I think that went in the garbage. Look at me go. These are super cute earrings that are, let's see, what's the right way? They're like hoops and they're little flowers. Can I get closer? Will it focus if I get closer? Yes, okay, good. They're so cute. They're so cute. I should put them on right now with my sweatshirt. It works. It works. Okay, let's see. Can I get these on? I haven't worn earrings in a while, so. I just remembered I have yarn cooking. I need to go take care of that. I need to get better about wearing earrings more often. It's hard when I'm just home, like all the time, you know? Maybe you don't know. I don't know. Who am I talking to? You. I mean, hopefully you're still here listening. Okay. We did it. We got them on. So cute. So cute. I have to take pictures of my sweatshirt, scribble sweater, after I'm done with this. And this is perfect. They're perfect because they look a little like scribbly. I got one more thing at the Eastworks Open Studios, and that is from Cavagnac. It's C-A-V-A-G-N-A-C. Ah, Invisible Fountain is the name of the business, but everything is signed Cavagnac. I think that's how I would pronounce it. But anyway, okay. This studio was so cool. It was just bright and fun and funky, and I loved every single piece of artwork that was there. But I got this one because I thought it was hilarious. It says "son of a gun," and I should hold it over here so things are more balanced. I went to go look it up, and they had a book that, you know, they had little numbers on them, and there was a book that told you the price. You could look up the number and find the price. The title of this piece is "What Starts with an S, Ends with an N, and has an unavagoo in the middle." And if you were ever wondering what my sense of humor is, it is that. What starts with an S, ends with an N, and has an unavagoo in the middle. So anyway, this is going to be added to my pile of artwork that will be hanging up in this room eventually. I'm trying to compile a pile of stuff that I want in this room before I commit to hanging anything up, which is why my walls have been bare for so long. But I want to collect as much as I want and then find places for everything on the wall. And I know that over time it is going to be evolving, and I will take things down and move things around and add to it. But for right now, just for a starting point, I wanted to gather a few things. So this will be added to that pile, and this will hopefully go in my room somewhere someday. And we are almost done. We just have a couple of books to talk about. I have also only read 2 books in the last 2 weeks, which is not a bad thing. That's still good. That's nothing to like poo-poo. But again, I just don't understand what I've been doing with my time. I don't get it. If I haven't been knitting, I might think I've been reading, but if I haven't been reading, what the heck have I been doing for the past 2 weeks? I don't know. I will have to build a time machine and go back in the past and see what the heck I have been doing to figure this out. But anyway, the first book that I read since we spoke last is Goldilocks by L.R. Lamb, and this was really good. I enjoyed this quite a bit. I gave it 4 stars. It is about basically a group of women that hijack a space shuttle. They are astronauts and they're trained for this, so it's not just like if I went and like jumped on a rocket. No, but their mission got canceled because of some political things, and basically women are in this world being forced out of the workplace left, right, and center, and these women say, screw this, and they go and just hijack it. And then a bunch of other stuff comes to light, a bunch of other things happen. It is wild. It was a wild adventure. I gave it 4 stars instead of 5 because it definitely, I felt like it was a little longer than it needed to be. There were some things that just kind of it dragged on a little bit, but it was very interesting. It is quite hard sci-fi. It doesn't like talk about formulas and equations and stuff like that, but if you're not into hard sci-fi, if you're not into people talking about how they're living on a rocket ship, then you're probably not going to like it. But it was very interesting from just thinking about a societal, sociological, psychological perspective. Like all that stuff was very, very interesting and very cool. So highly recommend. Highly, highly recommend. And then the next thing I read is I'm Afraid of Men by Vivek Shraya. And I listened to this in one sitting. It is a novella. Well, not really a novella. It's nonfiction. But it is a short work. And the audiobook is read by the author. And I gave this 5 stars. This was fantastic. This is written from the perspective of or written by a trans woman who is discussing masculinity, relations between men and women, relations between women, and how they have experienced these things throughout their life, throughout their transition, how they are now, how their relationship with men has now changed now that they have completed their transition. It was incredibly powerful. I really, really loved it. I honestly think that it should be like required reading for humanity, because it doesn't matter what you identify as, you can learn from what Vivek Shraya has to say about how you relate to your fellow humans. I would like to get a physical copy that I can like mark up, because there were some absolutely gorgeous, beautiful quotes in there that I just, you know, reading was a powerful experience hearing the author read it, but I want to be able to like mark up my own copy. It was so good. Anyway, thank you so much for coming along with me on this journey that was lacking in focus from myself and my camera. This was fun, I have to say. I was kind of not looking forward to sitting down and filming today, but thank you for hanging out with me, because I really enjoyed spending time with you. So don't forget to head down below and give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, share the video with someone that you think might like it, leave me a comment and let me know what you're working on, what you're thinking about, anything that you like. And until next time, take care of you, and I will see you later. Bye.